So Dan, when it comes to really making full use of your time and time management in the reading section, what advice do you have?
My number one tip is don't try and read everything, because if you try and read and if you start thinking about what it means and everything, it's just going to take you too long. It's just a test, you're just answering 40 questions, so try and read as little as possible. And my number two tip is know when to move on, right? If you just can't find the answer after a minute or two, it's not worth your effort, and just move on to the next question. Maybe you can come back later if you have some time. But a lot of people, I find they get stuck trying to find the answer, and it takes them, 2, 3, 4 minutes. And I say it's not worth it, just move on to the next one.
I think those are some great tips to help people not be dependent on time, right? So have you ever met a student who does not listen to this advice?
Oh yeah, it's hard because you're actually doing the test. Of course, you want to try and read everything and you want to spend as much time on the questions as possible, but the reality is you only have 60 minutes, so you have to try and cut things out. There's just simply not enough time to read every single word.
Mm-hmm. So don't be too greedy, guys, when it comes to the reading section. Just read whatever's necessary. All right, thanks a lot, Dan, for some of your tips. And of course, before we end the episode today, why don't you share with us some of the phrases or vocabulary you think that might be useful when people are talking about their own independence?
Yeah. So the one that comes to my mind first is stand on your own 2 feet. So that's where kind of you can take care of yourself, you're independent, you're not reliant on others. So I like to say, now that I've grown up, I can stand on my own 2 feet. And I know it sounds a little bit juvenile, like a baby learning to stand up, but it's actually quite a nice idiom for being independent.
That's great. Thanks so much, Dan, for your wise advice, as always.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you always check out all of our online social media mediums. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have many other mediums and platforms for you to interact with us. And as always, don't forget, this week we have 5 CGV tickets. Make sure you interact with us. And 5 of you guys will win those CGV tickets. Awesome movies to be enjoyed, guys. Don't forget. Hey, are you an independent person? If you've already pursued your education, if you are living on your own, kudos to you on being independent. But I think independence is really a notion that requires a lot of practice, and we're always constantly practicing on independence. Independence of thought, independence of beliefs, financial independence, as well as independence of communication. So we hope that this episode has really shed light for you on the different ideas and notions of independence. And so happy being independent, and we'll see you again next time. Ciao, ciao.